Hello, my name is Karima, and for my 2-hour project, I decided to go to the Vanishing Ice exhibit in downtown Bellingham. I'm very interested in the environment and how it is changing as of now, with all the global warming involved. This exhibit was not necessarily a political statement, but it very much so did introduce the artistic legacy of the planet's frozen frontiers, threatened by climate change. There was not a preparation process for the visit besides having open ears and eyes to learn about the different interpretations and concepts that come along in this exhibit. The tour was led by a member of the Watka Museum, and though she did not focus on the biological studies of the art pieces, I took away 3 concepts from class that I believe to have been incorporated in the visit. You can see in this painting by Alexis Rockman, there is a family of penguins stuck on top of this melting glacier. My tour guide mentioned that the green in the glacier represented the melting part of the glacier, which as you can see is a majority of it. In class we learned about population ecology, and one of those subtopics involved was genetic drift. Genetic drift is the variation in the relative frequency of different genotypes in a small population, owing to the chance disappearance of particular genes as individuals die or do not reproduce. The key part of this definition is the idea that as more species in the population disappear, the higher the chance that particular genes die and do not reproduce. This painting is the perfect example for this, because once the penguins jump off the glacier to get food, they can't get back up to safety, due to the fact that penguins can't fly. With this happening with a lot of penguins due to global warming, there are higher chances that penguins die and the population variation is decreased. Next slide, we will look at these 2 photos, which are both in the same location. The top photo was taken 20 years earlier. A big topic of this exhibit was the idea of glaciers and global warming, and how these two come hand in hand. Something we learned about in class is the idea of specific heat and how it is an impact on the environment globally. The process of specific heat is when the hydrogen bonds in large bodies of water absorb solar radiation coming from the sun. While this process occurs, hydrogen bonds are breaking and forming repeatedly, leading to surface tension, which is the result of these breaking bonds, which store heat. How does this all relate to global warming? Well, by bodies of water absorbing all this heat, they are expanding the water molecules, melting the ice, and causing dramatic changes in the environment. The second photograph, as you can see, exemplifies this idea, as it shows how dramatic the mountain range changed within a short 20 years. The last slide is a painting of the climate change in the Himalayan region by Helen and Newton Harris. This painting is an excerpt from their project which focuses on getting solutions and bettering the environment. This relates to class and how we learned about solutions and ways to decrease eutrophication and global warming. Some ways are by reintroducing the forests and grasslands that once dominated this interglacial period with a warmer climate, because with this, native plants will be more willing to survive and more oxygen can be spread, and decreasing global warming.